Later that afternoon, I passed Chad in the hall and was surprised to see him sporting a black eye. A black eye he definitely hadn't had earlier today when he was defending my honor in science class. "What happened?" I asked, though I had a pretty good idea as to the answer.
3 guesses.
He said with a small laugh.
And the first 2 don't count.
"Billy," I replied, stating the obvious. "Does it hurt?"
Nah.
"Look, I'm really sorry," I said, feeling guilty.
Why? You didn't do it.
"I know, but it's not like it would have happened if you hadn't stood up for me in class,"
I told the truth, as I promised.
he said with a sheepish shrug.
Anyone would have done the same.
Yeah, right. No one would have. No one did, in fact, except you.
Look, Billy may have been my best friend for a long time, but let's face it, he's a jerk. A bully.
Chad replied.
And someone had to put him in his place. I figured maybe as the best friend, it was my job to do it, right? "Well, I just wanted to thank you," I said, not sure what else to say. "You're like my knight in shining armor today." I could feel my face burning in a blush, but it was true. He had really saved me. If I'd gotten a suspension... Chad chuckled. I don't know about that.
He said, and I suddenly realized he was blushing pretty hard himself.
But you were very welcome, all the same.
He stared down at his feet for a moment, then looked up, catching my eyes in his beautiful blue ones.
By the way,
He added, "Yeah?"
if you think my eye's bad, you should see the other guys.
I started laughing. Chad had punched Billy back? I would have so liked to have seen that. I held out my hand and we slapped high fives, something I never in a million years would expect to do with Chad Murray. "This is the best thing I've heard in, well, like, ever," I said. "In fact..."
Maddie!
A voice down the hall suddenly interrupted. I cringed. Matt. Way to ruin a moment. The guy seriously had a knack.
I've got to run to class.
Chad said apologetically.
I'll see you around?
Yeah, definitely.
Maddie!
Matt again, more insistent this time, and closer too. There was no way to avoid him now. I waved a goodbye to Chad and reluctantly turned to face Matt. This was it. I had to come clean. Be honest. Let him know the truth about Sir Leo and Alora so we could move on past this weirdness. It was the only fair, right thing to do.
Did you see Billy?
He asked in his most giddy voice.
Rumor has it Chad punched him out after chem class.
He paused and looked at me pointedly.
After defending you.
He added.
So, spill. Since when is Chad Murray all hero boy?
My heart ached for Matt. He was going to be disappointed when he found out. I so didn't want to hurt his feelings. Was there a way I could break it to him gently? "Matt, we have to talk." He laughed.
Hee ooh, sounds ominous. Okay, talk.
I looked around the crowded hallway. Not here. Let's find an empty classroom. We settled on a language lab that wasn't currently being used. I sat down in one of the stations and Matt sat across from me, curiosity clear on his face. Poor guy, he had no idea what I was going to say. I took a deep breath. This was it. Might as well get it over with. "Matt, I don't know how to go about this, so I'm just going to say it." I started. I paused, then blurted out, "I'm Alora." I waited for his reaction. Horror, delight, confusion, maybe a little of each. Or a blank stare. I'm Alora," I repeated in case he hadn't heard me. "You know, from Fields of Fantasy." Matt continued to look at me with a confused expression.
Congratulations?
"Look, I know you're Sir Leo. I figured it out."
Sir who? What?
He wasn't making this confession any easier. "Come on, Matt, fess up. I know you're him. It's okay. You don't have to pretend." Matt held up his hands.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I can tell you for a fact, I'm definitely not Sir Leo, whoever that is.
I stare at him, confused as all hell. I couldn't be wrong. There was no way. But, I stammered, but you have to be him. You're in drama, you like comic books, and you play video games. You met someone online.
Maddie, can you back up a bit? You've completely lost me. What does my being in drama have to do with this Sir Leo guy?
And so I explained about my adventures in fields of fantasy, my online romance with Sir Leo, how I figured out that Sir Leo had to be mad. Which was really confusing, I confessed, because I don't feel anything for you. I mean, I love Sir Leo online, but in person, well, there's just no spark between us. Matt stared at me for a moment, then broke out in laughter.
Hee! Of course there's no spark, silly,
he said.
I'm gay!
I did a double take. What?
Has it escaped your attention that I like boys? No offense, you're a cool girl, but you're still a girl. It'd never work out.
Matt clarified.
Oh, but the person I met online? Eduardo. Beautiful, olive-skinned Cuban who lives in Miami. I'm totally smitten.
He laughed.
I can't believe you thought that I liked you.
I couldn't believe it. I'd been wrong. Totally and utterly wrong this whole time. Matt wasn't Sir Leo. Not even close. I felt an overwhelming sense of relief. But the question remained. Who the heck was Sir Leo? Then who could Sir Leo be? I wondered aloud, racking my brain for a suitable answer. I mean, he sounds just like you. Matt shrugged.
Give me what you know, and I'll play Veronica Mars.
I counted off the facts on my fingers. He goes for a school, he's in drama, likes comic books. He joined the manga club recently. He lives with his dad who works at a bank. Matt rolled his eyes.
Oh, that's easy,
he said. You know? I asked, suddenly fearful of finding out.
Sure. Funny, too, considering today's events.
Huh?
Maddie, you're describing Chad Murray.
My world dropped out from under me. Chad Murray? I repeated.
Sure,
Matt said.
Drama? Check. Comic books? Saw him reading one in study hall, stuffed inside a Sports Illustrated, of course. He joined your manga club last week, and his dad works with mine at Citizens Bank.
I felt like I was going to throw up. Sir Leo was Chad Murray. Chad Murray was Sir Leo. I'd been playing Fields of Fantasy this entire time with Chad Murray. Talking, sharing, laughing with Chad Murray. Chad Murray of the haters. Chad Murray, the guy I'd had the biggest crush on since day one of Hannah Dustin High. Oh my God.